everybody, Rob Swift here with some quick tips on how to solo over your 1-4-5 chord changes in style. And these tips are going to complement the concepts that I taught in my latest course, Blues Soloing Unlocked, only at TrueFire, link down in the description. So let's say we're jamming over top of the 1 chord. In this case, that's going to be A or A dominant 7. The secret sauce is going to be using the minor blues scale with the addition of the major third. In this case, C sharp. All right, with those notes, we can create a lick like this. All right, break that up into 2 parts. We're gonna get it down. We have the 7th fret of the D string that's coming in on one end. Then we're gonna have minor third to major third on the G string, then 5 and 5, B and high E. Really using those chord tones that we see right here in the F shape or E shape position of that A chord. 1 and next we can play. Very simple, we're just scaling down. Then we're finding that minor third to major third once again, perhaps with a double stop, before resolving to the root note A. So, now let's say the 4 chord comes in. What notes do you need to play over top of the 4 chord? Well, typically players are going to use the minor pentatonic notes, targeting the root note, in this case D. And that's going to work great because that scale is going to feature a lot of the notes that we have inside the chord. All right, particularly the dominant 7, which in the greater key is the minor third, right? All right, so with those notes, we can play something like this. All right, so I'm simply scaling down the minor pentatonic, slate bend, then this classic little movement. We're sliding up and back, then pulling off down to fret number 5. Then we're going to land on the root note of the chord, D. Okay, so we have a lick for the 1 chord, a lick for the 4 chord, and these licks can actually be mixed together to create new phrases. Something like, all right, that would sound great if you were going from the 1 to the 4. All right, now let's say the 5 chord comes in. At the end of a blues progression, you're very typically going to see the 5, the 4 chord, D7, and then the 1 chord followed by a turnaround. So how do we play over top of those changes? Well, I'm gonna give you one of my secret weapon licks that you can play over top of the 5 chord first. All right, looks and sounds like this. 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Without my counting. Okay, so I'm starting off hitting the 5 chord. In this case, it's going to be E7. I can utilize my C7 shape, transposed up to the key of E, or I can just hit the root note if I like, but this will sound great. Then, that's a great place to stop and learn. Strum the chord, D string, 4, 5, 6, then 4 on the G. 1 and 2 and a. Next we have 3 and a, 4 and a. I'm playing 6 on the G, 5 on the B, 4 on the high E, chromatic up, finding a B note, 7th fret of the high E string. So 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Next, the 4 chord would come in. We could play a great transition lick, utilizing a lot of the same ingredients we did before to get ourselves back to the 1 chord, in this case A7. All right, one more time. 1 and 2 and a. Okay, so I started off hitting the chord D9. Then I'm scaling down. G string, our slide pull-off trick. Then we're gonna go to the root note of the incoming A chord, minor third to major third, and then the resolve. For some great licks. Over your 1-4-5 progression in the key of A. Let's review. The 1 chord. The 4 chord. All right, let's go back to the 1. All right, the 5. 1, 4. From there, you can throw in whatever turnaround you like in this key. All right, friends, I hope you enjoyed these quick tips for jamming over top of the 1-4-5 progression. That's some very cool, sweet, advanced stuff for you to learn. And if you're looking for something that's a little bit more guided, then I recommend my new course, which is called Blues Soloing Unlocked, only at TrueFire.com. Link down in the description. Until next time, this is Rob Swift coming at you from the Jersey Shore, saying happy picking.